all to do with the definition of what it means to be a man. You understand? Because an oppressor recognizes that it is far more likely that it is the male of the species who's going to resist domination and resist it violently. And any oppressor who's worth his salt knows that you must destroy the males. You must imprison them, humiliate them, do any other kind of thing to them in order to hold the people down.
God is 30 now. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. When I was 10, I added knowledge in my cipher. And when I was 20, I had the wisdom to apply it. And now that I'm 30, I'm understanding now with science. And when I reach 40, I bring the culture, bring the fire. That's what I'ma do. Oh yeah, I'm talking to you. So keep listening, cause I don't wanna argue with you. I hear you whispering, so I'ma set my target on you. I attack with such ferocity, I'm just fulfilling prophecy. As I stand strong, I heard the elephants won't topple me. Drop a mountain on top of me, but just don't ever stop the beat. I'm in red form, you ain't prepared for something unlike a card game, but nah, I declare war. If you ain't that known, what the f is you here for? Nah, I'm drinking water, y'all, this ain't no smear off. Most of y'all rappers is mad whack with feminine fag raps. Just you slip my disc like a bag back. Load the lead up and blast. Keep my bread in the stash. I give you more like a fez in the sash. Listen, I'm standing on my square, 4 angles is 3-6. Tell 'em I'm trying to get free, you trying to get tips. You better sober up, the love won't leave you broken up. Lie and say you stole a truck, crack you in your coconut. I'm just speaking my mind, and my speech is designed to kill lies and to free up your mind. So I talk about freedom sometimes. Get as deep as the tide, and in the ocean what I speak is divine. Keep my faith in the law, got no faith in the law. Black man, we gotta organize to take him to war. Yeah, I'm young, black, and I'm fresh, and I think I'm the best. And everything that he's speaking through the speaker is death. So I'm here to make a change. I'm here to explain how they miseducation wreak havoc on the brain. You worried about haters, better worry about traitors. Yeah, I chop their bodies up and feed the pieces to the gators. I got mad flavor like a bouillon cube. I'm the savior, these rappers dressing like Moulin Rouge. They behavior and they perception is too darn skewed. I don't know if I can save them, I definitely won't play them in my system. Nah, cause I'm too much manism to rap. Right. My manhood is sentence, now my manhood is missing. Yeah. Manhood is strength and manhood is vision. Now my manhood is pimping, bringing manhood back with black power manhood rap. Protect the hood, where your manhood at?
We wake up, we clean up, and we stand up. And once we can stand up like a man on our own feet, we stop begging the white man. And we stop apologizing to the white man. We stop compromising with the white man. Then the world will look at us with recognition and respect.
Oh, yeah.
Peace and love, family. Welcome to another powerful discussion with your sister, Dr. Maat. That was a song called The Black Power Manhood Rap by Uhuru Sasa 7 on YouTube. I'm going to drop the link. Let me drop the link to his video. Oops, I keep messing it up, y'all. Here it is. All right, I'm going to drop the link to his YouTube video in the chat. So it's there, family, is there. And so you see today's title, Black People Are Too Tolerant. So I'm already going to say right now, family, I'm already going to ask you right now to forgive my passion, because when I talk about our people, I get very, very passionate about it. And some people can't handle that. Some people are very, they're emotionally and mentally weak. So when you raise your voice a little bit, we live in this society now, on era now, where people are just overly sensitive. And so if you're overly sensitive, overly emotional person, then get off this live right now, because I'm getting ready to go all the way in on why I am saying that Black people are too tolerant. And I'm going to talk about the different things that I've been seeing, things that have happened in my family, in the community. And so Black people are too tolerant. We tolerate everything. And that's why nobody takes Black people serious. Nobody takes Black people serious. But family, before I jump into tonight's discussion, please make sure that you thumb up the video. Thumb up the video. You know the way the YouTube algorithm works. The more you engage it, the more the video circulates on YouTube. Also, family, if you're on Twitter, tweet the link. Let the family know that I'm live. Let the family know that I'm live. Also, family, if you're on Facebook, post the link. All right, so let's get the views up. All right, let's get the views up. And speaking of manhood, I do want to show you a camp that is being a camp that was co-founded by myself and Baba Imhotep. It's called the Asafo Training Camp. And for those who don't know what Asafo means, Asafo is an Akan word which means warrior. Okay, it means warrior. So this is a warrior training camp. As it states in the caption, it says this camp focuses on manhood development and African American boys between the ages of 12 and 14. This is a collaborative effort between myself at Enemy Productions, Bob Imhotep of the Urban Youth Initiative Project. All right, and so I want to play the video, but let me see really quickly because I want to make sure you all get the sound, because sometimes you play this stuff and you don't hear the sound. Okay, all right, so here's the sound, because I want to play this video for you all. Hold on. Here we go.
I say who we say Asafo, who we. Your role is to become a successful one. You must be prepared. You're going to do some push-ups. You are going to do some push-ups this entire week. You're going to do some running this entire week. You're going to learn, you're going to have some fun, you're going to do some self-defense this entire week. You're going to learn some survival things this entire week.
And what I witnessed was men pouring into our future men, because iron sharpens iron. Ashe?
It's going to be a packed week, 9 to 5.
All right, so let me take the sound off. So this is the Asafo Training Camp, which is going to be held the last week of July, all the way to the end of the first week of August. So it's a 1 week Asafo Training Camp, and I'll drop the link in the chat. Talks about, look out, the website will convey our core areas of focus, which are character development, critical thinking, physical fitness, and self-defense. We showing you what happened on graduation day last year. This is my son Jalen. He was a part of the camp. A lot of the members and brothers and sisters of PLM, their children were in this camp. Beautiful camp. And even if you're not in the DMV area, oh, this is my son right here, Harvey. I didn't even see that he was on the screen. So he was there supporting Jay on graduation day. This is the testimonials from the parents, and the overall feedback from parents was that, you know, they saw a positive change in their teenage boys. All right. And so, as I stated online earlier, I said, men aren't born, men are developed. Ashe, men aren't born, men are developed. And so make sure that you enroll your son in the Asafo training camp as soon as possible. The seats are limited. I think last year we took on around 15 boys. Okay. Last year was 15 boys. And so this year I think is going to probably be about 15 boys as well. So like I said, you don't have to be in the DMV. If you are a parent who is willing, to travel and come to Baltimore, maybe get an Airbnb and kick it for 1 week to send your child through the program, so be it. Okay. But of course, you would be responsible for your Airbnb and whatever, you know. I mean, of course, we would tell you where the camp is, so maybe you can get an Airbnb near the camp. But if you're one of those parents like I am, I'll travel wherever I need to go to make sure that my child is exposed, right, to our history, to our culture, and to things that are going to benefit him. And so if you're that type of parent, come to Baltimore. Like I said, July the 30th. Let me look. I just want to be clear on the dates. Come to Baltimore and kick it with us. July. Oh, hold on. Let me go. Yeah, July the 30th through August the 5th. I repeat, July the 30th through August the 5th. Okay, first come, first serve. 15 slots, and that's it. I see some people have joined the live stream. Peace and love to you. Family, I was just telling the people about the Asafo training camp, which is going to be held July the 30th through August the 5th. And so this is information that you can get and videos you can watch regarding the Asafo training camp. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful website that we just launched. I see right here, meet the team. So again, this was co-founded by myself and Baba Imhotep. But these are the Babas right here. Baba Amoru and Baba. Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain freeze. I just saw him. I just saw him. I just saw him on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Jalen gonna give me Jay. What was the Baba's name? Baba Amaru, and what was the other one? Baba Adisa. Look at my son knowing Baba Adisa and Baba Amaru. And so these Babas were phenomenal, and they did a phenomenal job with our young boys. And so I'm waiting for them to send me their bio so I can add it to the website. My bio right here is on this website alongside Baba Imhotep Fatihu website. So like I said, family, make sure you get our boys, your son, enrolled in this camp. And as I stated online earlier, men aren't born, men are developed. Ashe? All right, so we're going to jump into this discussion, and I'm going to drop the link. Okay, so you can join me on the panel just in case you want to add to the build. So the link, family, is in the chat. If you want to hop on it. Make sure you thumb up the video and share it. Let's get the views up. And so you see the title, Black people are too tolerant with exclamation points. Black people are too tolerant. We are too tolerant. And that's why we always get taken advantage of. And that is why people don't take Black people serious. So for example, let's start in our families. I've noticed that we tolerate within our families. I want to start there. Within our households, we tolerate mediocrity from our children. Come on. We tolerate the mediocrity. We give them the cell phones and expose them to everything. We give them the television and expose them to everything. We plug up the internet and we expose them to everything. And then they come out with bad values, or they begin to operate with unhealthy values, unhealthy principles. And what I mean by unhealthy values and unhealthy principles, values and principles that aren't conducive to the liberation and sovereignty of our people. That's how they turn out. Then we send them to the public food system. They come in a house with C's and B's, and you happy. You're happy. You reward that. You're happy about that. Mediocrity. So what I see in the Black community, and I said this when I was live with Baba last week, there are a lot of mediocre kids in the community right now. Mediocre. So when they come across people like Baba Imhotep's sons, Mujasian and Yame, people are like, oh my goodness. Oh, they're so smart. Or when you come across people like my son Jalen, who's very well read, he's in middle school, he's doing high school and college work. Oh my goodness. You think that that's a big deal. And that's sad because it shouldn't be. That should be the norm in our communities. So we are producing mediocre kids, and we tolerate mediocrity right in our households. Your child is sloppy. He or she, they get out of bed. They don't make their beds. Hell, you probably sloppy too. But the child is sloppy, doesn't make his bed up in the morning, and you tolerate that. You tolerate that your children don't clean up in the house. They don't do the dishes. You tolerate that. You tolerate your child talking back to you and disrespecting the elders in your family. You tolerate that foolishness. You tolerate your children operating with bad priorities, meaning that they're prioritizing things that don't advance them over things that will. You tolerate that. You tolerate that. And I'm starting with the family. I'm going to get to the community. Even within the family, you know what we tolerate too? Molestation. I put out a video where Baba and I were talking about how we don't protect the innocence of our children. And we talked about how molestation occurs in the family. Let me give you a story right now. True story. I know of a person who was molested. This is two people. It's a female. She was molested by her uncle. As a matter of fact, the uncle touched every niece and nephew in the family, including his own children. He touched everybody. He touched everybody. So the uncle now is dying from cancer, right? He's dying from cancer. And the family said, well, since he's dying from cancer, he says he's sorry. They wanted to invite him to Thanksgiving dinner with the person that I'm talking about. And the person that I'm talking about was like, hell no. He molested all of his children. He molested me. He molested his nieces and nephews. This is what she was telling me. She said, and I can't even believe my family would sit down at the table and break bread with him, knowing how he sexually violated the children in the family, and seeing the impact that had on those children. They still had him come over for Thanksgiving dinner and sat down. See, we tolerate the pedophiles in the family. We know Uncle so-and-so or Auntie so-and-so didn't touch some children, and we sit there and tolerate it. Those type of people should be dealt with accordingly. And when I put out a clip of Baba Imhotep and I talking about this, you wouldn't believe the stories that I heard. Go to Instagram and go under my post and look for the last 4 posts that I put up about not protecting the innocence of children. Read the comments. Baba Imhotep's video is up to 21,000 views right now. My video is at 13 or 14,000 views. And read the comments. People in the comments like, yeah, every day news, my siblings, they were molesting me and my mother didn't do anything. My father didn't do anything. And they all knew we were being molested. Yeah, I remember my older cousin was molesting everybody. That happens in the family. And we tolerate that foolishness instead of dealing with it. Uncle so-and-so, Auntie so-and-so, or that touchy-feely child ain't right. And you still tolerate that foolishness. Black people are too tolerant. Black people are too tolerant. We tolerate the disrespect of our elders. Hell, the children are disrespecting their parents, their elders, themselves. I look at some of these children, the way they walk outside, how they're dressed. And I said, damn, I know you didn't buy that. Somebody in your household buying that. You allowing your son to walk around with them damn skinny jeans on. You tolerate him walking around with those skinny jeans on with his butt sticking out. Y'all tolerate that foolishness. You tolerate your daughter walking around with those eyelashes, with those, y'all see the girls with the eyelashes that come out here that they're gluing on their eyes. You sit there and tolerate that foolishness. Oh, Shaquisha, she's just expressing herself, Doc, and she walking around with tracks all in her hair, different colors, right? Looking stupid. Y'all tolerate that foolishness. You tolerate your children having babies out of wedlock. Y'all tolerate that. Matter of fact, you encourage it. You move them right on in. So the baby come in, the baby, you know what I told my son, Jalen? Jalen, come upstairs real quick. Because I have receipts, I always tell the truth. Jay, come up here real quick. Y'all tolerate that. You tolerate your son not taking care. Son 35 in a room down the hall from yours, somebody daddy, somebody pop, and you sit there and let him live in your house knowing damn well he's not taking care of his children. You tolerate that foolishness. You tolerate your daughter having multiple children by multiple men, and she just laid up in the house with all these babies. Y'all tolerate that foolishness. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Now, I want you to tell the people and be honest. I said, if you ever impregnate a woman, what's going to happen? You have to do what?
You're going to kick me out. I'm going to have to take care of the family.
Hold on. What did I say? If you impregnate a woman, you're going to have to, you said kick you out, but go ahead. You just say it the way you want to say it.
I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to have to take care of the family.
You got to go. It's time because you created a family, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your room ain't going to be down the hall from mine anymore, is it?
No.
No. You're going to be taking care of that woman and that child. That's the expectation and standard in this family. Is that not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. So you all tolerate that foolishness. See, I don't tolerate that. She laid up in the house, different men, different babies, different baby daddies. The baby going with a different daddy every holiday season. Y'all sit up and tolerate that foolishness. Your son 35, he living in your basement. He got 3 and 4 children by different women. You tolerate that. Then want to hop online talking about the black family. Well, it starts with, we got to start here with the babies in the household. The black family. And you sitting over there got a grown tail son in your basement not taking care of his children. Or your daughter laid up. She got different dudes coming in and out the house, picking up their children. Y'all tolerate that foolishness. We're too tolerant. Kids have an individualistic mindset nowadays. They just worried about me, myself, and I. You tolerate that foolishness. Look at what's going on in our communities. In Baltimore, I can't tell you how many times I cut the news on. And I'm hearing, the brothers are killing up each other, but they're not just killing up each other. It's women, children, and elders getting stabbed up, getting robbed, getting raped, right? Getting killed because we're tolerating this stuff. This stuff is going on because we're tolerating it. I remember one time, and my uncle probably get mad with me for telling you all this, but I remember my grandmother. She used to live on Belgian Avenue over East Baltimore, 718 Belgian Avenue. And I spent a lot of time there on the weekends. I spent a lot of time there during the summer and during the breaks. I used to love going to my grandma's house on the weekends, breaks. I'm over grandma's house. And so the boys that we used to hang out with, they were on the corner. They chilled out and they sold drugs in front of the corner store. A lot of those brothers are dead in jail right now. Most of them are dead, and a lot of them are in jail for life. But anyway, my cousin and I, we used to walk to the corner store, sometime and, get our goodies, and we come back home. And I remember my uncle and aunt had to move in. They decided to move in with my grandmother to save some money up to purchase a home. And so one day my uncle came in there, and it's a guy that got me by about 18 years. He came in there, huffing and puffing. I'm just so tired of them brothers on the corner. It don't make no sense. I said, why don't you go down there and have a conversation with him, Unc? If you're tired of the brothers on the corner, won't you go down there and have a conversation with them? See, when the men stay in the house, the boys run amok. Let me say that again. When the men stay home, when the men stay in the house, boys run amok. And so we have a lot of foolishness happening in the community because the men are tolerating it. The men. So that's why when the men step up, that's when the boys will go in the house. But right now, the boys, our neighborhoods and communities have become their playground because the men haven't stepped up. And so there's a lot of foolishness. We're tolerating a lot of foolishness in our communities because the men haven't stepped up. So now you got women, children, and elders being murdered, stabbed up, shot. And we're tolerating this foolishness. We're tolerating the foolishness from the public food system. You pay state taxes. And you don't even go up there and demand what type of curriculum you want your child to be taught. And you're paying for that education, and you're tolerating the mediocre that your child is receiving in the public food system. Black people are too tolerant. We tolerate that foolishness. My father told me one day, he said, babe, he was at the mall, and he said that it was a female that was, cursing somebody out. And he said he thought the female was cursing out an older person. That's what he told me. He said when he turned around, it was a little boy who was 5, and nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. You all will sit there and tolerate somebody abusing verbally and physically abusing their child. You all tolerate that stuff. Black people are too tolerant. You tolerate that. She cursing him out, and everybody just sat around and looked. Instead of saying, whoa, whoa, sister, whoa, 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 this is a child. This is your son. Don't talk to him like that. And I don't care if she would have got irate or not. I don't care. We sit there and tolerate it. I don't want to say anything. You ain't my child. As soon as you say something to somebody else's child, they going to want to fight you. Well, so be it. It is what it is. So be it. We got to get to that point, or else we're going to continue. This foolishness in our families and our communities are going to continue to happen as long as we tolerate the foolishness. We sit here, you see the youth dropping trash in your neighborhood. They coming outside, dropping trash, and nobody says anything. And you wonder why our communities look like trash when you're driving down the street. What the city's supposed to do that? No, this is as Chairman Elijah Miles says, our hood, our job. And I agree with that, brother. You don't wait on Baltimore City to clean. Why do y'all sit there and tolerate the youth trashing y'all neighborhoods, trashing the houses, trashing the playgrounds? You sit there and tolerate that stuff. Black people are too tolerant. The Democrats. That's why the Democrats don't do anything for black people. Black people have been voting Democrat since the Roosevelt administration, and the Democrats or the Demorats, they do nothing for black people. And you know what we do? We complain about it, and we keep on voting Democrat. Look at our cities right now since the Democrats have been running our cities. They look like trash. And we tolerate that foolishness from these administrations. That's why these administrations don't take black people serious, because they know at the end of the day you're going to complain, but you're going to continue to vote because you tolerate the foolishness. You tolerate the foolishness. Black people are too tolerant. White folks, how many marches we done been through? How many Trayvon Martins have we had? Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Michael Brown. We tolerate that. That's why it keeps happening. That's why it keeps happening. We tolerate that. It wouldn't happen if we didn't tolerate it. It wouldn't happen if we made an example of those people. And I'm not going to speak too much. I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but you can read between the lines. If we made an example out of some of those folks, the same foolishness wouldn't keep happening. We tolerate that. And you know what they say? Oh, they're going to come outside and march. They're going to come outside and march. We know the routine. They sit back with their cigars. We know we know how it is. They're going to come out and march, and they're going to cry, and they're going to moan on social media. And then it's just back to the way of life here for us. Is back to the same old, because black people tolerate that. We tolerate racism and white supremacy. I'm at a point where I think we like it. Oh, Dr. Maat, don't say that. Don't say that. Yes, I'm at a point where I say that we like it, because we sit up here and we complain and we work to maintain the same system. Let me say that again. We complain about racism and white supremacy, right? We complain about it, but we work to maintain it. We work to maintain the system. What do we change? We tolerate racism and white supremacy. If we didn't tolerate that, the system would have been destroyed a long time ago. The system would have been destroyed a long time ago if we did not tolerate racism, if we did not tolerate white supremacy. We tolerate these things. That's why it keeps happening. Black people are too tolerant. We're too tolerant. The Chinese people in your neighborhood setting up stores, treat your children anyway, call them niggas, and you down there shopping with them. You tolerate that. You tolerate the disrespect. You tolerate the school board passing curricula that is centered around white folks and not you. You all tolerate that stuff. You tolerate the politicians not working in your best interest. Hell, you vote them in. Y'all tolerate that foolishness. You don't go to City Hall for any meetings. You don't show up at the PTA for any meetings. Y'all sit there and tolerate this stuff. And then you wonder why the black family and the black community is. Matter of fact, let me tell this. Let me get to your friend circle, because I talked about the community. I talked about the family first. Then I talked about the community. Let me get to your friend circle. You know your homeboy ain't shit. You know your homeboy don't take care of his kids. But that's your man's. You tolerate it. You tolerate it. You tolerate, you know your homeboy is a deadbeat dad. And you tolerate that foolishness. I remember this poet said, a deadbeat dad could never be my friend. His name was, I think, Tolerant AC. He said, a deadbeat dad could never be my friend. Because he said, if you don't have your child's back, you could never have mine's in the end. That's real talk. That's real talk. I don't have, nobody around me is a deadbeat mom or a deadbeat dad. And when I did feel that two of my male friends were deadbeat dads, we had a conversation. One of them I didn't speak to for 1 year because he was upset at what I had to say. I got a cousin that doesn't speak to me this day who called me and bragged about having 16 children. And I told him that's pathetic. You don't even have the means. You don't have the means to take care of 16 children, and how pathetic that was and how he created 16 broken homes. See, they don't talk to me because I actually stand on my art. And my art is not just truth and harmony and balance and order and propriety. My art is justice. And in order to hold justice, justice requires that you hold people accountable. And so you already know I'm the one nobody likes to deal with in the family, in the community, because I'm going to hold you accountable for what you say and what you do. And not only do I hold others accountable, I hold myself accountable. Black people are too tolerant. You know that dude is cheating on his wife. You know that dude is cheating on his wife. And you still hanging out with him. That's your man's. That's your man's. You know she cheating on her husband. You know she cheating on her husband. That's your homegirl. You still going to the club with her. You know she a deadbeat mom. You know she don't take care of her children the way she's supposed to. But that's your homegirl. You hanging out with her. Black people are too tolerant. See, I don't hang with folks like that. Because you got a fidelity issue. If you're not faithful to the person you lay down with, how the hell are you going to be faithful to me? Check. I want somebody to say check in the chat if you hear what I just said to you. If that's a fidelity issue. That's a fidelity issue. When you are not faithful to the person you lay down with at night, right? Live under the household with, said vows to. If you are not faithful to that person, you ain't going to be faithful to nobody. Not your homeboys, your homegirls, because you have a fidelity issue. If you aren't faithful to your children who came from your loins, who share your DNA, you're not going to be faithful to anybody else. You have a fidelity issue. And we tolerate this foolishness in our communities. I see your checks in the chat, family. At least somebody hear me. Sister LaShawn hear me. Janae hear me. Sister Lalo hear me. Sister Tanya hears me. Queen Mother Almina hears me. A Beautiful Mind heard me. We're too tolerant, family. And that is why our families and our communities and our children are in shambles, because we are too tolerant. So we have some cleaning up to do, family. We have some cleaning up. In fact, I was at a funeral this past weekend, and it was one of my older cousins, but I call her my aunt. We buried her. And I actually had a conversation with my cousin after the repast, because I found out on her deathbed that he never went to go see her until her other grandchildren came down from Baltimore to go see her. And I asked him, I said, brother, what was more important than being there for your grandmother on her deathbed? And I'm telling you, family, I believe I was the only person who said something to him. See, we tolerate that foolishness in the community. This woman on her deathbed, and she down there for weeks on weeks. You the grandson, you the granddaughter, y'all don't go see him until the grandchildren from Baltimore drive down there. Then you want to come to the hospital. No. And at the repast, I said something to him outside. And when my cousin and I got in the car, she said, I don't know, because my family called me Dee Dee. She said, Dee Dee, I don't know if you should have did that. I said, well, when was the next time I was going to see him again? He lives in Florida or Georgia. I said, when am I going to see him again? So I pulled him up outside. See, I'm the pull-up queen. My students will tell you that. I'm the pull-up queen. When you're doing wrong, I'm going to pull you up. And we don't have enough of that in the community. People saying this is wrong. I'm going to pull you up. I still love you. But right now in this moment, I need to hold you accountable for what you are saying and doing. That's what needs to happen more in our community. Pulling you up, correction, correcting the youth, correcting the elders, correcting adults. All of us need correction. And so when you see something going on, say something. That's why this foolishness, nobody want to say nothing. Look what happened in Philadelphia, where this female was riding a train, and people sat there and watched this woman get sexually assaulted on the train. The police, you all can read the report, it's online. The police was so upset. They said, the police officer said, it was more of you than him. It's 10 of you and it's one of him. And y'all sat there and watched this woman get sexually assaulted and you didn't do anything. That's where we are right now, family. Nobody wants to say anything. Everybody's in fear. Nobody wants to correct. Nobody wants to challenge. Nobody wants to critique. Nobody wants to ostracize if necessary. And yes, I say ostracize. Some people don't deserve to be in your family. Some people don't deserve to be in your community. Some people don't deserve to be in your friend circle. So yes, ostracize. And so we are where we are, family, because we are too tolerant. And so we need to start correcting. We need to start critiquing. We need to start holding people accountable for what they say and do. That starts with us, and it starts with the people in our household. And we need family to start that ASAP. We can't afford to continue to be tolerant. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. And I don't know. I said, God damn it. Is this a vestige from slavery that we're too tolerant? Is this a vestige? We tolerate the charlatans in our community. You got people in the so-called conscious community or in the African-centered community. You know they're not doing right by the women and children and the elders. And we tolerate that. Frauds. And I can name a bunch of them. I can name a bunch of frauds in the conscious community. That's why I had to walk away from them jacked up platforms. Sit there and tolerate that. You know they frauds. You know they're not building anything tangible for our community. And y'all keep tuning on in, sending Snapchats and Cash Apps to the charlatans. People lying about programs, lying about schools, lying about stuff. And we sit there and tolerate that. Lying about daycares. And we sit there and tolerate the charlatans in the community instead of sitting them down. All right, family, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I want you to come on in. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Share this, family. I know I done went in for like 30 minutes. Share this, family. I want you to come on in with me. Share this discussion, family, right now. Let's get the word out. Black people are too tolerant, and we got to stop, family. We tolerate behaviors in our community that should not be happening, and we tolerate it. Now, I don't know if it's because of the church. I don't know if the church did a number on us, the turn the other cheek, right? Turn the other cheek, forgive. I don't know if it's conditioning of the church. Is it slavery? Is this a vestige from slavery, or both? But it's something, because we tolerate stuff. And we tolerate it from everybody. Black people, white people, Asian people. I'm sitting here like, what the hell? We sit here and just tolerate this stuff. And we act like this stuff is okay, and it's not. Come on in, family. Come on in. Share this discussion. Tonight, we're talking about Black people are too tolerant. Share this discussion. If you're on Facebook, post the link. If you're on Twitter, tweet it. Okay, or any social media platform you're on, tweet it out. Tweet the link out. I just dropped the link in the chat. Somebody said it's fear. I just come on, family. I just dropped the link in the chat. Come on in. I want to open it up. I want to hear your thoughts on Black people. Are we too tolerant? You heard what I had to say for 30 minutes. I want to hear from you. Sarah Kerwin Sr., he said both. He said it's the conditioning, being conditioned by the church in slavery. We're too tolerant. We tolerate everything. Children walking down the street, tight pants. The boys wearing Crocs like little girls now. And you need to stop putting your son in those tight pants. His butt is huge and his thighs are huge too. He got a bubble. Stop. They're too tight. Y'all sit there and tolerate it. I see all those prom pictures, them jacked up prom pictures that y'all put on social media. I see it every year. They getting ready to come out. It's May. I can only imagine the costumes I'm getting ready to see on social media. Your child going to have these tight pants on with the ankle, showing the ankles, right? With the tight booty pants on, with his butt popping out everywhere. I remember one of my students asked me, we were in class one day, and we were after class, and we were talking. He said, Doc, every time I go to the gym, these gay guys keep talking to me. And I said, well, son, can I talk to you like you were my son? Can we step out of the whole professor-student, dynamic? Can we set that aside? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. I said, son, look at how you're dressed. I said, you got on hoochie daddy shorts. You have on hoochie daddy shorts. Your thighs are showing. Your butt is popping. Your print is showing. And you wonder why the gay men at the gym are hollering at you. That's why. Look at how you're presenting yourself, son. And these are the conversations I have with my students. You wonder why. Look at you. And y'all sit there and tolerate this. Your son is walking around with a bonnet on. And y'all know he left the house with a bonnet on. And you all don't say nothing. You just let your son walk out with a bonnet. Your daughter too. Little Shaquisha's walking out with a bonnet on. And you all think that's okay. Your son got a gold plastic bonnet on his head. And y'all think that's okay. They coming out in pajamas. They done left your house and you don't say anything. You think that behavior is okay. Y'all tolerating that foolishness. They coming out with checkered plaid, pajama pants on. And you all think that's okay. You tolerate that foolishness. You tolerate it. You tolerate it. And that's why, family, hold on, I'm going to put it on right here, family. That's why we created the Asafo training camp, right? Because I always say that men are not born, men are developed. Men are not born, men are developed. Women aren't born, women are developed. And so we established, this is the Asafo training camp for young boys. We're focusing on manhood development in young boys between the ages of 12 and 14. You can go to asafocamp.com. asafocamp.com. Okay? And look, this is a testimonial of parents talking about the camp and what their son experienced. And it's not just for boys in the DMV area. It's for boys all over. So if you're a parent like myself who travel different places so that your child can be in certain programs, come to Baltimore, grab a Airbnb and kick it with us for a week. From July the 30th through August the 5th, come and kick it with us for 1 week. And sign up ASAP because we only have 15 slots. That's it. Last summer we had 15 slots. This summer we're doing 15. I may push it to 20. But that's it. That's it. And so hold on. Let me play the video that we have here. And we're getting ready to do Zynga and in Zynga camp for young girls because it's important that we develop the men and women of tomorrow. Here we go, family.
I say who we say Asafo, who we. Your role is to become a successful one. You want to be prepared. We're going to do some push-ups. You all going to do some push-ups this entire week. We're going to do some running this entire week. You're going to learn to have some fun. We're going to do some self-defense this entire week. You're going to learn some survival things this entire week.
And what I witnessed was men pouring into our future men because iron sharpens iron. Ashe?
It's going to be a packed week, 9 to 5.
Hold on. I'm going to show you a day in the life as an Asafo. So what they go through each day. Hold on. Look at this, family.
So we're going to do, we got some water.
Started off with libation.
Libation is
a way of connecting with our ancestors, a way of honoring our ancestors, a praise to those that will sit at the feet of the Most High in the right time to come. That's it.
Always uphold my duties
as an Asafo.
as an Asafo.
I was there.
Yeah. 5. There's a time to have fun. But for us, it's instructional fun, not leisure fun. So we want to give thanks, praise, and honor. 9 to 2.
I see everything.
Sign your son up, family.
To do right is natural. To do wrong, right, you have to put yourself in a position to do it.
vegan meals, chess for critical thinking. We're not playing around. The camp for females is coming next summer. We're not playing around. We're not playing around. Graduation day, they were blessed. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Let me play this. This is another video too. Oh, I don't know if can I play the whole thing? Oh, I don't think it. Oh, it just plays. But I don't think that for some reason, I can't play the graduation video. It just shows. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay. So I don't know why it's not playing the graduation day video. Like it's just there, but it's like there's no audio. All right. But this is what parents are saying. I'll play this one.
Interested in them.
Did he receive what you wanted him to receive out of this program?
I noticed the change in his behavior. I know he changes and he's willing to do stuff around the house with me and for me, and very attentive.
The program was phenomenal. Just watched Jalen develop over the last 5 days, coming in as a young man, just trying to find his place and then building out his voice.
The program was absolutely amazing. Just seeing Braylon grow over the last 5 days really took me by surprise. Started off a little rough. He didn't like it, but by that second or third day, he really grew to love the program.
Hi, so my name is Wahima. I am the mama of Braylon Silver. I'm super duper grateful for the experience that he had here at the Asafo training camp this summer. He's a completely different person. He's coming home with assuming more responsibility, assuming his studies, and really getting into them and being interested in them, learning his culture.
My thoughts about this training camp is that I think it went very well. I could see the confidence in my son. He would come home and do his homework and ask me questions about certain things, history, things that he might not have known, that he knew that I knew, or his father knew. He was really learning. I appreciate it.
Go to asafocamp.com, y'all. asafocamp.com. Someone asked me in a chat, they said, Doc, can we donate? And I threw my Cash App in the chat. If you want to donate, just hit me up, Dr. Bailey 02 on Cash App. In the heading, say Asafo Camp. This is for the Asafo Camp. So I know I don't want to just pocket your money, okay, and spend it on gas. So that's why I said make sure you put for the Asafo Camp if you'd like to donate, because I fund this out of my own pocket. Last year I spent $6,000 on the camp, and so I'm always looking for donations if people want to fund it. Even if you say this, you might not. Even if you say, "Well, Doc, I don't want to send the money to you. What do you need me to pay directly?" I'll say, "Okay, you can send Bob Imhotep money for the food, or money for the books, or money for the shirts, or money for the water," and so we can work it out that way. All right, peace and love. Queen Mother Almina. Amina, what's going on, Queen Mother? How are you? I see that you on the panel. Go ahead and unmute your mic, Queen Mother.
I'm great. How are you, Dr. Maat?
I'm doing all right. I had to release that today because it's been a lot of foolishness, and it just pent up frustration. Like it's too much foolishness. You know, I'm seeing it in my family. I'm seeing it in the community. I'm seeing it where I work, where I teach. And I just came to the conclusion that this stuff is happening because we're tolerating it. But what's your thoughts, Queen Mother?
I couldn't agree with you any more than what you've already opined. I'm still reading Dr. Amos's book about Black on Black violence. Mm-hmm. And it's very telling. And, I've dogged there damn near every page and underlined, ferociously, because it's all true and it's all relative. And he really gets to the core of it. It is complacency. It is, we don't want to rock the boat, or we don't want to agitate the white man. We don't want to straighten up and fly right. We've gotten so complicit in our own demise. And we don't check our own children. I'm one of these family members, like, you don't want to know the truth, don't come sit by me. And like, I didn't tell you because I knew you would say something. You damn right I'm gonna say something. You
Mhm.
have to be able to take criticism.
That's right.
I'm saying it out of love. I'm not saying it out of hate. If I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't say anything.
There you go.
Right? And we've gotten to the place now, like I'll be 56 next month.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from an era like, if someone saw you doing something, they got in your world and then went home and told your parents and they got in your world.
That's right.
We're of the age now, like, oh, you can't say nothing to somebody because that's somebody's child. Look, there is no perfection in any of us. But
None.
if you care because you have to say something, because the lack thereof, you see where we are today. I'm watching a commercial and I'm hearing itch, 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 itch. Like, when did that become a commonplace thing? Like in lyrics on a
Say it.
the FCC, like nobody says a word. Well, they're going to allow it, but why are we allowing it?
That's right.
Why are we allowing it? So we can't say we can't. We're you know what? Let them do what they do. We are of a different standard. Their standard is not our standard.
That's right.
I said to my daughter, dropping her off at college, she had a scarf on. I'm like, take that shit off.
Right.
You
right.
are representing me.
That's right.
Don't come out of the house in any way that you've never seen me display myself. You are representation of your family.
That's right.
Straighten up, fly right.
That's right.
You gotta let them know how it is. We already being sized up as it is. No, you are from this family and you're gonna walk out and be a representation of your family and all the hard work that was sown into you. I like you. I see these kids with shorts, Crocs, like they just rolled out of bed.
Yep.
Like, what kind of bullshit is that?
Come on, Queen Mother.
Where is the representation? Like, no, I am a symbolism for my family. I am a representative of my family. I will not allow myself to look like that.
That's right.
Where is the self-dignity? The young people are so disrespectful. They're disrespectful to themselves. You know why? Because of the complicitness.
That's right.
Oh, they're just children. No, you teach them from knee up.
That's right.
And keep that on their neck like an albatross. That's what you do. It's just some of us are just like, I don't know, they tired. They tired of like, I don't know. It's just gotten so comfortable. And that's why you have the lackadaisicalness that you see today.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
It is. It is. It is. I mean, like, I'm looking at social media, Queen Mother, right? And these kids are putting up videos, like you said, because when you made a comment about lyrics and music, you know your child is on TikTok cursing. No one says anything. Cursing. They're playing music with curse words in it. They support artists who are transmitting, negative messages, who promote death and destruction, and we tolerate that foolishness in the community. We look our children, we go down their playlist, they got a little baby on there, they got little Dirk and little whoever else, and we sit there and allow them. No, my son, he can't. If he listens to it, it's away from me. You're not gonna have.
That's the only way it's gonna happen.
That's the only way it's gonna happen. But we tolerate that stuff. One of my students, in my classroom, the fellas know, when you come to my classroom, you gotta pull your pants up.
Oh,
Sure. I don't tolerate you walking through my door with your butt cheeks showing. I don't tolerate that. And
and it should not be tolerated in any space, whether it be in school, elementary, middle school, high school, university setting. The kids, like I said, they just look like I'm on a campus, on a college campus, a private college campus. And the kids look like they just rolled right out of the bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of, you know what I want to say.
I already know. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm flabbergasted. So when I check my daughter, I'm like, no, you ain't going out like that. You have to be the standard. Just because everybody jump off a bridge, that don't mean you got to do it too.
Let me say,
Really,
hey,
have some self dignity.
hey, mama, let me tell you what I told my son. Y'all probably throw something at me. Dr. Maat, you said that to him. He was at Howard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was following the sheep. You know, he was acting as a sheep. He was following
Right.
behind everybody. And I got so mad. Queen Mother, at him. I said, if all those brothers, if all of them guys on campus walked around with their, DICKs out,
Mm-hmm.
would you do it? And
Mm-hmm.
he looked at me and he started laughing. He was like, no. He was like, no, mom, wouldn't do it. Okay, then. Okay,
Right.
then. Right? Like, stop telling me. That's one of my pet peeves. Don't tell me that it's okay
Yeah.
because everybody else is doing it.
Mm-mm.
Don't tell me that.
No.
If everybody else is doing it, I may want to take a second look.
I keep telling my children this, and I'll die on this sword. My parents taught me and my siblings, be a leader, not a follower.
That's right.
And I'll live and die on that.
Come on.
And I'll keep saying it to my kids until they get tired, because I had to hear it. So you're going to hear it. We have to be the moral fiber. And because we have allowed this degradation in our spirit and in our mind, psychologically, emotionally, we've drank the Kool-Aid and swallowed it.
Swallowed it
whole.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yes, when I see something like, no, this is not how we live. Let them do it. That's
right.
for them. That ain't for us.
That ain't for us.
Our standards are higher. My daughter says, "Oh, mom, I'm like, hey, no, we ain't doing that over here. Aim higher."
That's right.
Aim higher. But mom, nope, not in this house. Nope,
that's right.
You're not doing that. Aim higher. Because I don't want you to get comfortable. And then guess what? Then your standards will drop even lower. Keep your standards high at all times. In your mind, in your psyche, I want you to continue to hear my mouth, my big mouth, by saying, no, aim higher. If someone says, oh, you're doing really well, aim higher.
That's right.
If someone says, oh, you're the best at this, aim higher. That means their standard is too low for you.
That's right.
That's how I move. This is what I indoctrinate to my children. Don't settle for the status quo. If you settle for the status quo, that means the standard is too damn low.
That's right. That's right. Well, Queen Mother, I want my son to recite to you our morning affirmations that he's been saying since he's 6. He's now 13. Go ahead.
Wow.
Listen, learn, and lead. Don't be a follower, be a leader. I'm a representative of my family and an extinction of my African race.
Now say it louder. Say it louder for the people in the back of the room.
Listen, learn, and lead. Don't be a follower, be a leader. I'm a representative of my family and an extinction of my African race.
Ashe. Thank you so much, JJ. Since he was 6, that's what he had to say every morning.
You have to sow into them as early as possible. And, I'm not a religious person, but I used to teach my children that scripture that says, honor thy father and mother, for your days be long upon the earth.
That's right.
And, they act like they don't remember it, but I comfortably remind them, you still have to respect me.
That's right.
You ain't taking care of me yet. And even then, you should still honor me.
That's
because
right.
Without me, your father, and the Most High Kingdom family, you wouldn't exist.
You wouldn't exist. That's a fact. And look, you just gave me another thought. This is what I said in peace to Brother Jabari and his sister Patrice. They just had their Mama Ma'at, her 40-day ascension ceremony this Saturday, and wow. I had the honor of speaking at the 40-day ascension ceremony alongside Baba Imhotep, and also Baba Imhotep and other people like Dr. Asar Winkler, Professor James Small. He did a wonderful job talking about Akwesi Da and the spirit and the ancestors. And so he, while we were there, I spoke about reciprocity, Queen Mother. And I talked about how young people today are getting poured into and don't understand reciprocity. They don't understand that you have a family and a community who has poured into you your entire life. So when you become of age and you are able, then it is your responsibility to pour into your family, to pour back into your family and your community. I talked about that. And I said, today, the young people have forgotten that. They get of age and think that they got where they got on their own. That's what they think, Queen Mother. You think you walked across the stage and got your high school diploma on your own. You think you graduated from college on your own. You think you got that job on your own. But as I stated to the young people, and this is in my family and also in my college, at my college, I said, we're all products. You didn't even give yours. Everything you got has been given to you, including your looks, the way you look, your genes, your genetics, everything, your language, your swag, everything you got has been given to you. So when you accomplish something, that's not just you accomplishing it. That is us. That is we. That is everybody. That is Ubuntu. That is everybody that poured into you help accomplish that.
Absolutely.
And so I talked about that. I said reciprocity, you all are forgetting. And Queen Mother, I talked about love. I said love isn't a feeling. Love is action. Love isn't a now, it's a verb. Love isn't what you say, it's what you do. So when you love somebody, you show it in your actions, you show it in your deeds. That's love. So I told him, everybody getting caught up with this word, I love you, I love you. But then you look at how you're treating me. That's not love. And if that's the way you love, I don't want it. You keep that type of love. And so
I'm there with you.
Mama, I got up there. I'm telling you, I talked about reciprocity and love, and I brought it all back to Ma'at. And I said, we all must strive to think Ma'at, speak Ma'at, and live Ma'at. And so do you have yes, ma'am. And so do you have any closing words, Queen Mother? Because I see Sister LaShawn, she's getting ready to hop in.
Quickly, I'm glad I have your ear. I wanted to talk to you about your program that you said that you do, Conscious Ingenuity.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wanted to talk to you about that because I do have a budding engineer, and I wanted to talk. I know you said you also offer it virtually.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to know what your fees are. And I think it's a 2-week program.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, 2 weeks.
So I sent you an email, and whenever you can, I would like some more information as to when it starts, because I would like to enroll her in whenever. In addition to, she's also homeschooled, so whenever you are doing it, I want my daughter involved.
Yes, ma'am. And how old is she right now, Queen?
She's 14.
Oh yeah, she needs to get in it this summer. So
yeah, I want to rent it.
We'll connect because we're going to offer it in person at the Uhuru Academy and virtually. And so she's at a great age. And so we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. And so family, I have on the screen what she's talking about, the Conscious Ingenuity program website. So I'll definitely respond to the email. And I'm glad that you brought it to my attention. And we'll make sure we'll make sure she's in there. She'll be in there. I ain't gonna say we're gonna make sure that she's in there this summer. We're gonna do it for 2 weeks.
Thank you.
I'll make sure that she's there. We'll do what we have to do.
Thank you, Dr. Maat.
No problem, Queen Mother. And thank you for sliding in. Appreciate
My
you.
pleasure.
Appreciate you. All right, family. So the Queen Mother has spoken. I love when she joins the panel. She was talking about the Conscious Ingenuity program that has been operating for the past 2 years. You're looking at one of my students, Miss Deja Young. She was instructing. As a matter of fact, all of these are my students. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. All of these are my students, and they're in our lab at Morgan. And notice that they are Conscious Ingenuity instructors. And I actually have 7 who are with me now in the Conscious Ingenuity program, and 5 want to join. So and probably in the next month or 2, you'll be seeing a picture of me standing with 12 young Black engineers who are giving back to the community, helping us to produce conscious 21st century Black Africans. All right. So we're not playing around. When I sent this website to Baba Baruti, he loved it. He said, Dr. Maat, he said, one reason why I love it because I'm seeing real people. Like everything you're seeing is real people. You know how people create a website and it got, they pull images off of Google. Look at this propriety. They're reading books on my eye. Hold on. Let me see. That let me scroll up. Scroll up. That was one of the principles. Look at this. Truth. So it says when we talk about building character, they are exposed to Ma'at and the Nguzo Saba. Family, I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. When Baba saw this, he said, I love it. I love the program. When I sent it to Dr. Asar Winkler, he texted me and he said, the program is Ma'at. He looked at it. He said, this is Ma'at right here. This is me right here with the babies. You can see by the hair. That's me right there. We're not playing around, family. This is real stuff that we're doing. These are my students in the lab. That's me right there at the school. I'm at Gwen Falls. This is me in the lab with my students. We're not playing. This isn't a joke. And this is why I always tell you all, stop supporting the charlatans in the community. Support the people who are doing the work. Shout out to PLM.
Ingenuity is a program that utilizes STEAM to build character, confidence, and capabilities. STEAM is an acronym that stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Some of the soft skills that our participants develop are communication, creativity, collaboration, problem solving, and critical thinking. Some of the hard skills that our participants acquire are electric circuits, cybersecurity, coding, storyboarding, and animation development. The instructors at Conscious Ingenuity believe that all students have the capacity to learn. We use culturally responsive strategies in each lesson. The curriculum is infused with lessons that allow students to express themselves through music. We also use animated films to build character and confidence. Thank you for your interest in Conscious Ingenuity.
We're not playing, y'all. We're not playing. I keep telling y'all, I'm serious about liberation and sovereignty. I'm serious. So you go right here to meet the team. You go right here to meet the team. So you have my profile, you have Mrs. Bowen's profile, you hear from the Conscious Ingenuity instructors themselves. We ask you to work with us, sign up, sign your child up. We're not playing around, family. We're not playing around. I'm gonna bring on Sister LaShawn. Mama Gina, how are you doing tonight, Mama?
I am great. Peace and blessings to everyone. I just want to give you your flowers right now, today. I had the time. I'm so glad I caught this live. Listening to you inspired me to homeschool my son, who will be 10 on the 25th of this month. Yes. I don't know what it is about our community where we don't want to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have work to do.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's easy. I know that it takes a community, but we have to step out on faith. We have to get with like-minded people so that we could do what we need to do for the future of these babies.
That's right.
Because that's what it's about at the end of the day.
That's right.
I was so scared. I can't homeschool my son. I homeschooled him for the first year without any, assistance from anyone else. I took my time. I researched curriculums. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be African centered, to make sure he had that representation. I had to do the work. No one is going to do it for us. No one.
No.
We have to do the work. We cannot be scared. We sit here, like you said, we complain about, what the dominant society is doing, not doing. None of that matters. It's a distraction.
Yes,
we have to get up and do what we need to do for our children, for our communities, for our families. And I just want to thank you for everything that you do. Everything. And may God continue to strengthen and bless you. And I will be signing my son up for the Conscious Ingenuity. I don't know. Is he old enough for that?
Well, how old is he?
He's gonna be 10 on the
Oh
25th.
yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah, sign him right on up. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be
Okay,
in there.
okay,
Yeah, he'll be in there. Yeah,
okay.
he's good. He's at a good age.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Well,
at
I'm
a good
not
age.
gonna
He'll be
take up
fine.
too much more time. I'm gonna allow
No,
other
you
people to
you got
come
the
on in.
floor. No, you got the floor. You got the floor. I just appreciate your words. I was trying to hold back. I said I don't want Sister Abby crying on air, but I just appreciate your words because I hold you in very high regard. I see the work that you do, and you do a lot of work in the community. And this is look, and you're carrying a child, and I see you still out there working. I said, this sister's bad. Like she out there, she's still doing the work. You carrying a child, and I said, whoa, like, and you're still moving around and doing everything. And I'm like, whoa, sister, whoa, but you're still doing the work. And you have a
Yeah.
lot on you, and you still produce, and you're still doing the work. So I want to thank you. You giving me my flowers. I want to thank you
Oh,
for all that you have done and all that you are doing. I want to thank you. I want to thank your organization for what you all are doing to push us forward. And I love your organization. I love you. And I just want to, I'm going to continue to support you all in any way that I can. All you got to do is just call, text, and I'm there. I'm going to support you all because you all are doing the work. And out of all the organizations, I love all of them, but PLM is right here. And
right.
that's real. PLM is right here. And
Okay.
that's real. That's real, Queen. That's real. So thank you so much for dropping and appreciate. Do you have any closing words?
That's it. Just stay strong. Just stay strong. Stay encouraged. We could do it. We could do it. But we have to know that we could do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And your son, he's too young for the Asafo. Asafo is 12.
He's too young, so
You know,
another
so,
couple of years. Another
yeah,
couple of years.
he'll be in the okay. All right. Another couple of years he'll be with us at the Asafo. But this year, for the next couple of years, he can at least do the conscious ingenuity summer camps with us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Queen, for dropping by. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The Queen Mothers are in the
Okay.
building. The Queen Mothers are in the building. The Queen Mothers came through. And I haven't heard from my brothers. Where the brothers at, man? Like none of the brothers coming through to show me any love. Usually the brothers are hitting me up. They coming in. Baba Meeks, Gerald Meeks, he's usually here. I did see Dr. Craig Samuels in the building. Where my brothers at? I see Brother Daniel. I see he's in the building. Why haven't any of the brothers, Sarah Kerwin Senior? Where the brothers at? None of the brothers. Brother Mike, I see my E5 twins. I'm like, where the brothers? The sisters, the Queen Mothers dropped through. They came through. I see New World Black Order came through. All right, Brother Sakim. All right. Peace and power, brother. How are you?
Peace, goddess. Man, you are very inspiring. Um, I have to give you your flowers too. I'm copying off the last sister, the last goddess, but got to give you your flowers. This is crazy because for the past couple weeks, I've been like I've been walking around thinking, man, I'm seeing Jehovah's Witness, I'm seeing Mormons, I'm seeing the Hebrew Israelites, I'm seeing all these people out doing their thing. Like, might not agree with them, but they're out doing what they believe is good for the people.
Come on.
And then I turn around and look at people wearing this.
Come on.
And I don't see it. The closest I seen to anybody doing anything was Brother Jabari with the Shrine of my eye every Sunday.
Yep.
But,
I remember. Yep.
But other than that, and then I heard Captain Tazariak the other day ask Shaka, roundabout, it's paraphrasing, roundabout, how many of your people wearing that or say that your Kemet is out on the street doing things, doing things for people? I remember a couple of years ago, I got some plates of food, and I just started feeding people. I was trying to do those something, but it was some things got in the way, and I got kind of messed up. YouTube deleted my channel and everything, and then I'm looking at back, people say the Nuwapians say they're pseudo and everything like that, because that's where I came from. after I left Christianity, I was in New Orleans.
Okay.
And
Okay, brother.
but you see the unk. I know they're gonna get mad, but I made it an unk instead of an unk tweet. But anyway,
do your thing, brother.
The Ansar Allah community before they became New Orleans, they was out there doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the New Orleans had stands everywhere. And I'm looking around for the Kemet. And I don't see anything except Brother Jabari. And then I just ran past, I turned on YouTube, and there you was. And I seen what you, I know what you was doing some years ago, because I actually ran into you at one of the debates some years ago. And I seen your sons and everything. And I was like, wow, there she go. And then, you know, I had to go sit down because everything started.
Right.
But I just want to, you know, commend you. And I want to, you know, say to you that what you're doing is great. And I hope it should be more people on this channel.
Come
There
on.
should be way more people checking out this channel.
Brother,
And I'm going to do what I can to promote you. And I'm just talking about the people that's not doing anything. Shit, I got to get off my ass and try to do something. You know, get out there and try to promote, you know, Kemet, because I look at Kemet as, you know, like just damn near everything came from, you know, that period of time. But Philadelphia, where I live at, oh my, it's Muslim city. I mean, they're everywhere. But I don't mean to talk you to death.
You're not talking me to death, brother. I'm listening.
But I'm so happy that we have one of the goddesses here, and we got these men out here that's so irritating. I love to see a goddess do it, because we got so many men saying that a goddess can't teach. And that it irritates me. I get in argument. I almost got in a fight on 125th Street one time. I never told Sinetta or any of them. I almost got in a fight because I saw somebody disrespect a woman and in a religious way, saying like women are beneath men and everything like that. And
that Eurocentric patriarchal crap.
That
our brothers have, that our brothers have fed into. And brother, I'm glad that you stepped up and said something for the sisters. You know, like a lot of times, you know, sisters get disrespected, and some of the brothers just walk away, like, you know, like, oh well, they can call bees and all kinds of stuff, and the brothers just walk away. So I'm glad that when you saw that the sister was getting disrespected, you know, that you stepped up and you said, "No, I ain't gonna sit here and let you disrespect." But that's because you're a man. See, that's how men move. That's how men move. You're a man, and so you weren't going to tolerate that foolishness in your presence. And so I appreciate that.
It's crazy too, because after he like while he was running off at the mouth, I was standing at the next stand, looking at some stuff to buy, and he turned around and laughed and like sort of look my direction. So all right, so now you look in this direction. So now I gotta say something. Like I probably would have said something anyway, but because I was in debate mode at that time. But it's crazy. And that's another thing. This bitch and hoe mentality.
Come on. The whole culture, the bad bitch culture. You better talk about it. Talk about it, brother.
It's terrible because everybody say, what's wrong with the children today? What's wrong with this generation? To me, it seemed like the last generation is wrong with this generation.
Come on.
Because all you did was sit on your ass from generation to generation. You wanted to party. You wanted to go to the cabarets. You wanted to get rid of the children so you can do what you wanted to do. And nobody wanted to sacrifice anything to have the next generation come up. So our government or the powers that be or whoever raised them.
They've been, and social media is raising them now. Like you said, first the government, and then not even just the government, the dominant society started raising them. When we stopped raising our children, the dominant society stopped raising them. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to close because I see Lola Love is in the building. I see Brother Cosmic Minds is in the building. So I'm going to let them in. But I do want to say this. If I was on this channel and I was promoting death and destruction, if I was promoting whole culture or the bad bitch culture, if I was bashing black men or bashing black women, right? If I was doing all of that sort of foolishness, we have 1,000 people online right now. It'd be 1,000, 2,000 people online if we were bashing each other. If you and I started arguing, the views would just start going up. everybody will want to come in. But when we're talking about accounting, when we're talking about ma'at, when we're talking about order, balance, righteousness, or some people say propriety, harmony, justice, reciprocity, and truth, when we're talking about the Nguzo Saba, right? Amoja, Kuji Chagalia, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Imani, when we talking all that stuff, nobody, it's too much. People don't want that. It's too much.
I want to say real quick, don't get me wrong. I do love a good debate. I ain't going to lie. But it's time for a debate, and it's time to get up your ass and do something. We just want to just fuss and fight and argue all the time just to get some views. That's messed up. And one more thing, we gotta boycott the music. The music controls. The music got the young people. All you gotta do is have somebody that's popular, a sports figure, a rap artist, somebody like that the young generations look up to wear a skirt, or to call a woman a bitch, or to say, or girls calling each other bro, and everything like that. And you control the children. So once you control the children, you control the next generation.
Facts.
But anyway, I love you.
Love you too, brother. Thank you so much for your words. And thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, God. You take care, warrior. Peace and love.
Take care.
All right. I love when the brothers come through, man. I was waiting for y'all because the sisters kept coming through. I'm like, where my brothers at? Sister Lalo, love. Peace and love to you, sis. How you doing?
Love to you. It's Lalo.
Oh, what do I say? What do I say? Tell me what I say. What I always call you.
Lalo. It's okay. It's okay. You acknowledge me every time I come into place, so I don't care nothing about it. But what I want to do is acknowledge you, and you might as well get used to it, right? You might as well get used to the love and all the honor that we bestow upon you, because it's deserved. It's so deserved, right? I too am, I give gratitude for everything that I see that you're doing. And I too have been inspired every time I pull up on your show. Today you surprised me though, I gotta say it. Today you surprised me. I thought we were going in a whole nother direction. I'm like, yeah, we're so tolerant of this, that, and the other. But when you turned the table and you started talking about how, we are tolerant of our own behaviors, I'm like, man, where she been with this one all this time? So much love to you on that. I wanted to give my 2 cents, and my 2 cents say that we're not as invested in our community and in us as we were, back in time, right? And I don't know if that's because at one point in time, because of all the traumas and everything that was going on, and that, that we were forced into being invested in us. I don't want to see, that being the case, coming in the future, that we're forced into this. So I think it's a good thing to hear all of the things that you have called to our attention and said, not that we don't know it, but you're calling accountability, right? This is a call of action to accountability. So I just lost my train of thought, but I just wanted to say that I feel as though like I said, our relationships play a really huge part in that, stemming from inside the home, stemming from what we allow, our children to hear, what we're feeding them, and feeding comes in all forms, so that we just tackle it in that way right there. So if we start being conscious and being intentional in raising the young adults that are coming up, behind us, as you are, Dr. Maat, and as some of your counterparts are doing, I think that's going to change the whole wave of what we're seeing in terms of our existence. But I think there needs to be a full-on, and I know this is something, that maybe we can only dream about, but a full-on collective effort to change that, to change what it is that the kids are seeing, what it is that they're being fed, just put it to encompass everything, what it is that they're being fed. And we need to have a lot more individuals such as yourself, such as the young lady who came up, LaShawn, I think you said it was, with PML, right? Just that kind of stuff going on, but however, being also strategic and building a what is the word that I want to say, an umbrella, if you will, so that wave of thought or that wave of behavior catches on, you know what I mean? Just like how everything else is you catching on through the internet, through social media and that kind of thing, all these negatives, we have to change the narrative so that we can change the trajectory of what our future looks like. So that was my 2 cents. I just believe it has to do with, our relationships. And I'm happy to be able to come up here and, speak with you and build with you and hear all the different, oh my gosh, please don't stop. Whatever you do, I don't care what kind of fucking flack you get, please don't stop doing what you're doing, Dr. Maat. I am always encouraged, always encouraged.
Ashe. Well, lay low, love. Hold on. I want to give you your flowers before you get out of here. I always see you in the chat. And, I always, when I go live, it's like it's certain people that it's like a handful of you that are consistent, very consistent. So when you all say, I love you, I know because I see it in your actions. I see how you support me. I see Queen Mother Almina, A Beautiful Mind, Sister Virgo Venom. And I always say Lalo, but it's Sister Laylo Love.
It's okay.
You all Queen Mothers are right there. You're right there in supporting me. And I always say, with sisters like you backing me, how can I fail? I won't fail with sisters like you backing me. And so I thank you for your consistent love and support of my platform. I appreciate you. And I even see how sometimes things are good on the internet, people saying all kinds of stuff about me, and people be under the chat like that's not true, like defending my name, defending my work, defending my reputation. And so I just want to give you your flowers and tell you I see you. I see you. And when I say see, I'm not talking about anything physical. I see you, and I'm talking about spiritual. I see you, and I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you.
Gratitude, Dr. Maat. Gratitude.
So I appreciate your work. Are you in the UK? Because I thought you were in the UK.
No, you keep saying that too. I'm not.
Okay, all right.
I'm actually in Texas. I'm in Texas. I've been trying to hook up with you guys as well because like I said, I love what you're doing. And I have a space where it's set up. I've got 6 computers. I ain't playing. I got the whole front room. It's not a living space. It's a teaching space, right?
Oh, we could put a school right there.
Offer conscious ingenuity and
let's do it.
Hold on,
let me email you my number. Hold on. Email me right now, and I'm going to respond with my telephone number. Email me right now. And I think Queen Mother Almina, Queen Mother Almina, email me too, because I'm going to send my number,
and
my
then
direct telephone number to you.
I'll send you some pictures or video of my setup so you can see exactly what it is that is going on around here. But I totally believe in this. I believe in everything that you're doing. I'm grateful. I got grandkids, you know what I mean? And I look to what their future is going to be like. And if we don't set a foundation, right? If we don't put something together that allows them to express themselves, to be, free in their expression, if we don't help them, right? And I think it was on your platform that I heard this. The etymology of educate was educator. I know I'm not saying the word right.
Educar.
Okay, right? And that is to bring out what is internal.
That's
We've been feeding our kids and pouring into them what is not, that what the man said we should do. It's time out for that. It's time out for that.
That's right, Queen Mother. And you see that I put my my email address. Don't look at the first one. Look at the second one, dr.maat.msu at Gmail. I have my email up right now. Just if the both of you, and I get a lot of emails. So if the both of you just email me, Queen Mother Almina, and you, I'm just going to respond with my telephone number. So if you don't get a response from me via email, you just shoot me a text, and I respond to my text messages.
Okay, got you.
All right, so go in the chat, grab that email address, and just put respond with number or something like that. I know it's you, and I'm going to respond with my cell phone number, and then you reach out to me so we can get Conscious Ingenuity popping right there in Texas.
All right, I got it.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Queen Mother. Cosmic Minds, peace and love to you, Warrior. How are you? Got to unmute yourself, Warrior.
Royal night, royal afternoon, blessings. Hope all is well.
All is well with me, Warriors. All well with you?
One moment at a time, one space at a time, and right now.
Ashe. What's on your mind, Warrior?
Just to kind of elaborate. At first I want to say I appreciate you. I saw I think it was a show on Sinetta TV. I think you was on there with Infundishi and Professor Smalls.
Yes.
And it was an ancient science.
Yes.
So since then, it's been I've been running with you since then. So I greatly appreciate you. So I just want to say, first I want to start on the opposite spectrum. I want to say salute to the people that's doing the self-sufficiency, alternative living, as far as the melanated towns that's still going on right now. I know about one in Hancock County, Freedom Village, Hereafter Farm. So the people that we don't know about. So whoever's doing it, I salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off from the opposite spectrum first.
No, I'm with you.
So I just wanted to say that. Then you have a tier of people that are tweeners. I call them tweeners because it's a tug of war. It's more of an eternal tug of war of. Usually, I call it a mixed drink of chemicals. So whether it be their job, whether it be different family ties that they're unable to cut off, whether it be some sort of, whether it be the diet, whether it be the food, because that's a whole nother thing right there as far as stubbornness and things like that. I'm still convincing my well, not even convincing my herb mom. I'm basically comfortable with the fact that she's where she is, you know what I'm saying? And she just kind of, my earth father, he was the happy wife, happy life type. So I'm seeing the effects of that with her having to take care of him, a lot now, and with me having knowledge of self and knowing different medicines that he's not supposed to be taking, and the diet he's supposed to be doing, and different stuff like that is one of those things where she's just not going to budge. She knows about the sea moss, she knows about, so that's what I mean. It's called, to me, intellectual laziness, to the point where okay, we have to do a vetting process. I know we have this collective unity thing going on, but even in that, we have to do a vetting process, because if we go back past the slavery, beyond the everything, if we go back to even beyond the money, we always had tribes and different things of that nature. It was just the point of the leadership or the kings or whoever compromised their judgment, or they made certain backdoor deals with other beings, or it was infighting. It was like we do now, debates, right, or unhealthy, whatever have you. So to me, it was always that algorithm for the longest. It was never this harmonious algorithm, because that Kemet would have been built up more.
Come on.
Way more, way stronger. So a lot of the vetting process needs to be done. As far as when I say that, everybody doesn't want to go. You have some that will get in it and then they're gonna quit on you. I mean, so to me, the plan would be just a suggestion to grab some land, find out if it's unrestricted. I have a land class coming up May 2nd that I'm doing. I may do it virtually. It's my first or second one, so in person. So I would say grab some land, get it unrestricted, learn some skills, if possible, learn some skills, go to some courses, some skills training and things of that nature, learn couponing. I know a lot of us talk about homeschooling, but then we need to get into unschooling as well. That was the version I got into when I got into studying homeschooling and researching. Then I got into the unschooling side also. So that's I know you're familiar with that.
With what, brother?
Unschooling.
Well, I mean, I know what you're implying by unschooling, but go ahead.
Okay. I was just making sure the crowd was there, or whoever. Okay, so those type of recipes of things, just being able to be more alternative living minded and self-sufficient living minded, and get back to some of the tribal customs way of living, and and like I said, the diet and things of that nature, you're gonna live and die with people in their snacks. You know what I'm saying? Like people in their snacks, or people in their pork, or people in their whatever. So like I say, so I guess we got to give and take. So if they're with the with the overall cause of extracting and doing what we need to do on the land and things of that nature, that's cool. But as far as the complete package, more than likely it may be few and far between. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, I'm definitely, and the reason why I was saying that, I've been definitely lately more on Dr. Claude Anderson, as far as I know he's been saying it for like the longest. But just the group economics, being able to just do the basic fundamentals of feeling like we have to have a purposeful spending with each other, like actually seeking each other out to circulate our fiat, with each other. But now we're at the juncture to where we have to accelerate that, and we have to accumulate a certain amount of assets and position them to where it can benefit us more than just financially. So like growing foods, crops, different things of that nature.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely, brother.
And last thing, y'all. I mean, I'm trying to do the last thing, but it's so much of it. But I don't want to get over emotional because I want to get off track. Okay, I don't know how any beings, unless it's a special situation, that are sending them to these facilities. I call them facilities. I know people say these schools or whatever, but it's all just like prison. They walk on the side of the hallway, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but
like
it is.
prison,
I call them prisons. I call them indoctrination camps. So I'm right there with you, brother. But go ahead.
And I'm just like, I don't know how anyone will feel any type of comfort saying, okay, it could be any day that whomever, it may not even be an outside quote unquote shooter. It may be a student. It may be a faculty member. It could be anybody at this junction. So to me, it's like, damn, I mean, you really playing Russian roulette. You really rolling the dice with your star seeds every day, sending them to these facilities, not knowing which one who deciding to wig out today, whether it be the janitor, whoever. So I just feel like it has to be a better sense of responsibility instead of this because everybody, most people say, I do things for my children. I do think, okay, well, to me, I get it, but a lot of people is still in that indoctrination of I do things for my children. So you don't even notice that you put them in harm's way. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's this video called 15 minute city explained by with chickens. 15 minute city explained by with chickens. Like the gentleman was explaining on the video, like he said, all of these chickens, they're free to go. They have everything they need here, though. They have water, they have food, they have everything they need and more. And all I have to do is just come in and collect what I want, and they're just going to keep producing. And then they're free to go. They're free to go. So that's kind of like how we are. Like we're free to put our fiat together in our quiet circles or whatever, and go study and research and acquire about that land, or whether it's internationally. We're free to do that. You see what I'm saying? Are we exercising and applying those abilities on a consistent basis? I mean, even in relationships, I want to be 10,000% authentic. I don't want to be 100, 1,000, be 10,000. Even in most of my relationships with the woman I'm with, they have an issue with me being on a mission and a plan, but then all I hear is men need to have a mission and a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I be mad, confused, you know what I mean? Because then it'd be like you on the mission and the plan too much. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of men are going through that wave too. The ones that do have a mission and do all on the plan and on the purpose. You know, you have some individuals that are attached to us that we're doing the plan and the purpose for, saying, hey, you don't party enough, or hey, you don't let your hair down enough, or hey, you know what I'm saying, you don't do frivolous spending things enough. You know what I'm saying? So so that's what I'm saying. It's almost like it's a microcosm of whatever it is on both ends, whether it's okay, you the person that's the person with the knowledge of self and the being, and you've been in it and you want to maneuver through the minutia crap, or you the person, like I said, you the tweener, to where okay, I want to leave my job to start the entrepreneurship and really like I said, invest in my talents and my natural abilities that everybody else has been monetizing off of anyway. So you have those tweeners, you have the diet tweeners, you have, then you, like I said, you have the Incredible Hulk drink, where they it's the job thing, it's the diet thing, it's the trauma thing. Like, so it might be a mixed drink. So we have to be knowing, like, okay, honest with ourselves. Okay, I'm a disaster area, whomever this is. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm a disaster area in this area. And I really need to humble myself, really, to get the right proper leadership and the right tear down and build up. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because a lot of us don't want to do that. Like, I mean, most people want you to say they not fat, but they are. You hear me?
Facts.
So that I mean, I'm just saying they want you to not say that.
And not even that. Just, you know, like you said, you just had a weight that's a little bit, it's unhealthy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even about aesthetics, right? It's about health. Like, you're overweight, is too much fat around your heart. You dig? Like, no, but I'm with you. People just,
that is bad for your joints. It's bad for your posture. Ladies, baby, please get off that goddamn dairy and that pork and that dairy. I'm telling you, like, I mean, I know it's a beat, and I know, I'm hearing this because that's another thing. We have that, oh, I heard this before syndrome, like, but have you applied it before? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have these like, that's what I'm saying. Which syndrome is it? You know what I mean? Because it's so many that you could just make up, and it's the ones that are already pre-existing. You know what I mean? So again, to reset, my apologies. Grab some land, get you investment group, whatever you want to call it. Get the beams, they get it. Get your quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies, whatever together. Invest in some unrestricted land, preferably. 15 to 20 minutes outside of city limits, or wherever you are, preferably. Go to different training courses on whether it be tactical maneuvers, whether it be or a homesteading. I got a homesteading camp that I'm going to in October. It's 3 days long. You overdig me. So I'm going to learn, and guess what? I'm going to learn from that other group, because guess what? That other group teach you everything you want to know, as long as it's something they fuck with. Right. So, for example, I got an RV. I didn't know nothing about RVing, but guess who told me a bunch about RVing? Them other people. So we got to know how to do what? Go in there, extort and extract, and not get all funny moving when we going in there and lose sight of what the fuck we sent you in there for. You see what I'm saying? We got to know how to go in there, extract the data, and not get all mesmerized by the bullshit and come on back with it. So, like I say, even with the Fred Hamptons, like I said, we always just had that one or whomever is just that one mindset of not being on the righteousness, not being on the knowledge of self, not being on the militant, not being on the group economics, like not being on the whatever code, whatever the fucking code's gonna be. It just take that one mentality. Then it's like, okay, now everything fucked up unless we alleviate it very quickly. So whatever group you have, make sure you have a code of conduct. You gotta have a strict code of conduct.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be interchangeables, interchangeable stuff. And like I said, couponing, learn tactical skills, survival skills, go to a homesteading course, learn a lot of this stuff online. They got a lot of stuff on Facebook too. Marketplace, is it Marketplace? They got a lot of classes. Is it Marketplace? Not Marketplace, events, whatever that is on the book where they do events in the groups and stuff like that. So they have a lot of classes online, agricultural class. Dang, I'm rolling. My bad. Let me get a little sip. My bad.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to close out, brother. But I do appreciate you dropping through.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you gave out a lot of great information. I mean, I'm actually have to like go back and watch your part because you gave out a lot of information about like what we need to be doing and what we haven't. I mean, it was just like you just dropped a lot of jewels, brother. So I thank you, for taking time out of your schedule to come on, and just drop that good old wisdom. You gave us resources. So you didn't just drop in and leave a comment. You not only did you drop in, you praised the brothers and sisters, then you held people accountable. Then you said, look, this is what we need to do. And by the way, here's some resources online. And so I appreciate when I can engage with minds like you, right? Not just talking about the problem, but giving people resources that they can use to fix the problem. And so I thank you, my brother, from the bottom of my heart. Peace and black power to you.
Blessings.
Family, he was phenomenal, family. That brother, he was powerful. I don't know if you all caught what he was saying, but he was dropping some serious stuff. But anyway, family, I appreciate you all tuning in. I'll probably be live probably tomorrow, probably again tomorrow evening. Just make sure, look, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that whenever I go live, you are notified, okay? And even if you've already subscribed, go back, family. Make sure that you're still subscribed, okay? Make sure that you're still subscribed because I noticed what YouTube is doing. They're unsubscribing people to the channel. They even decreasing my views. I remember one time I went to sleep. My views was like at 600 and something. I woke up the next morning, it was at 400 and something. I said, how did your views decrease, right? And so, family, make sure that if you're already subscribed, make sure that if you're already subscribed, you go back and ensure that you're still subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do hit the notification bell so that whenever I post new content, you are notified. Also, family, make sure that you sign your children up for my programs. Sign them up for my programs, Conscious Ingenuity, the Asafo training camp. Make sure that you get your children enrolled. All right, family, and join me back here. I'm saying tomorrow, but I got to feel it when I get online. You know how some people get online and they just want to do it for the sake of the algorithm, or they want to do it for the sake of the views or for the sake of attention. I got to feel it when I get online. I got to feel that I have something of substance to say to the community. So if I'm feeling it tomorrow, then I'll be live tomorrow. If not, you'll see me live again when I'm feeling that I have some substance or sustenance to feed the community. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure that you thumb up the video if you haven't already. Thumb up the video. You know the way. I'm sorry. You know the way the YouTube algorithm works. The more you engage the video, so the more people leave comments and thumb up the video, the more it circulates on YouTube. Also, family, if you haven't shared this discussion, share this discussion. All right, there's so much garbage on the internet circulating. Let's circulate some real stuff, all right, online. So make sure that you share this discussion. If you're on Twitter, tweet the link. If you're on Facebook, post the link. If you're on any other social media, post it, family. Let's get the word out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and black power. Uhuru Sasa. Freedom now. Abibi Fahodie.
And it has all to do with the definition of what it means to be a man. You understand? Because an oppressor recognizes that it is far more likely that it is the male of the species who's going to resist domination and resist it violently. And any oppressor who's worth his salt knows that you must destroy the males. You must imprison them, humiliate them, do any other kind of thing to them in order to hold the people down.
God, it's 30 now. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. When I was 10, I added knowledge in my cipher. And when I was 20, I had the wisdom to apply it. And now that I'm 30, I'm understanding our science. And when I reach 40, I bring the culture, bring the fire. That's what I'ma do. Oh yeah, I'm talking to you. So keep listening, cause I don't wanna argue with you. I hear you whispering, so I'ma set my target on you. I attack with such ferocity, I'm just fulfilling prophecy. As I stand strong, I heard the elephants won't topple me. Drop a mountain on top of me, but just don't never stop the beat. I'm in red form, you ain't prepared for something unlike a card game, but nah, I declare war. If you ain't that known, what the is you here for? Nah, I'm drinking water, y'all, this ain't no smearing off. Most of y'all rappers is mad whack with feminine fag raps. Suggest you slip my disc like a bag back. Load the lead up and blast. Keep my bread in the stash. I give you more like a fez in the sash. Listen, I'm standing on my square, 4 angles of 3-6. Tell 'em I'm trying to get free, you trying to get tipsy. You better sober up, the law gon' leave you broken up. Lie and say you stole a truck, crack you in your coconut. I'm just speaking my mind, and my speech is designed to kill lies and to free up your mind. So I talk about freedom sometimes. Get as deep as the tide, and in the ocean what I speak is divine. Keep my faith in the law, got no faith in the law. Black man, we gotta organize to take him to war. Yeah, I'm young, black, and I'm fresh, and I think I'm the best. And everything that he's speaking through the speaker is deaf. So I'm here to make a change. I'm here to explain how they miseducation wreak havoc on the brain. You worried about haters, better worry about traitors. I chop their bodies up and feed the pieces to the gators. I got mad flavor like a bouillon cube. I'm the savior, these rappers dressing like Moulin Rouge. They behavior and they perception is too darn skewed. I don't know if I can save them, I definitely won't play them in my system. Nah, cause I'm too much man to listen to rappers who think it's cool for 2 minutes kissing. It used to be different. They threw us in the hood, threw our manhood in prisons, gave our manhood a sentence. Now our manhood is missing. Yeah, manhood is strength and manhood is vision. Now our manhood is pimping. Bringing manhood back with black power manhood rap. Protect the hood, where your manhood at?
We wake up, we clean up, and we stand up. And once we can stand up like a man on our own feet, we stop begging the white man. And we stop apologizing to the white man. We stop compromising with the white man. Then the world will look at us with recognition and respect.